This is Channel 253. Beep, boop, boop, boop.
On this episode of the Grit and Grain podcast.
It's like a trip, the community that you guys have managed to build out there revolving around craft beer.
It's kind of random because we don't have like we're not like really into, we say Puyallup, but we're kind of like South Hill, but it's not really incorporated, you know.
Yeah.
We're kind of like, you're on your way to going somewhere else, you know.
But you're the spot.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're kind of lucky because it's. I mean, as much as I love beer, because I love beer, I think it's the people the most important part for sure. You know, so
See, those guys support the shit out of you.
They're hardcore.
On behalf of my client, yes, we are.
Welcome to the Grit and Grain podcast, where we explore and celebrate the craft beer industry, community, and history in Tacoma, Washington, and surrounding Pacific Northwest areas. Thank you so much for hanging out. Let's get to it. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Grit and Grain podcast, coming to you guys from the historic Parkway Tavern in Tacoma, Washington. My name is Matt McLaren. I'm here, of course, with Ron Swarner.
Hello.
Hello, sir. And Sean Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, dude?
Another beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Diamonds in the eyes, diamonds in the nips.
Could literally cut glass.
There you go. Nice finish.
Hope everybody's having an awesome week. As always, if you guys are free on Wednesdays, you're welcome to come down and hang out in the Red Room with us when we record, have a beer, and hang out and be a good laugh track, because it's always fun. So today, we have a guest on today who is somebody who's done quite a bit actually for beer in the South Sound, and most people I think who drink in this area probably know this dude. But as you guys might have noticed, on top of featuring people like brewery owners or brewers, we also just kind of feature local business owners and people who work in the beer industry, because they're all people that have the same kinds of stories, and they're all stories that people who are in the industry can relate to. And this dude has a shitload out of them because he's been doing this for a minute. Sean, who are we talking to today?
Not just a guest, friend, fam, part-time lover, the one and only Ben Chase from Rainier Growlers.
Yeah.
Tell us that. Hell yeah.
I think people can tell. There's an electricity in the room that's very sexual.
You know? The trifecta.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, speaking of that, we have a bunch of collaborations that you three specifically have done together that we talk about.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Before that, though, what are you drinking, man?
This is the collab Nero's Tub Thumper.
Tubby thumping.
Tubby thumping?
Thumper,
Yeah.
blended,
Yep.
Imperial Stout, like barrel aged, partially barrel aged Imperial Stout we did.
Okay,
Delicious.
it's partially barrel aged,
Yes.
right? Is it old stout and fresh stout kind of
Yep.
blended together?
Correct.
You did the blend, right?
Yeah, these guys had other like emergencies happen, so I was like, I'm on my way.
Yeah.
Showed up late, but made it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ben really carried the torch on that one.
Yeah.
That was
It's all right.
Yeah.
You guys had
I was
you guys
like,
had a weird week that week that was
I know.
happening.
I was like,
Super
oh,
weird.
that sucks. I was like, I have no excuse. I'll be there. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Like, people were trying to call me. I was like, turn the phone off. I can't have an emergency. So. Sorry.
I got beer that needs to
Yeah.
be blended.
Can't let these guys down. I got to be here.
What happened
Yeah.
after the tasting?
Oh yeah. So we did the tasting. We did 3 different of these guys. Like, you know, with Parker and Billy and where the other guy was. With the head brewer.
Zach.
Zach's
Zach,
awesome.
yeah.
Hella cool. Yeah, we crushed through those pretty quickly. And then we tried a couple double IPAs. This is only about like 45 minutes for an hour. And yeah. They're like, oh, see you later. I'm like, wow. All right, cool. Yeah, so it's went home or tried to go home and then went to taco time and
As you would.
drove past the top, you know, like the intercom. The guys look at me like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I gotta order first. Let me
Shit.
let me go reverse.
Starting up with the fuck ups.
Haven't done that one before. That's a new one.
Past the intercom.
Yeah, the guys looking at me all funny. I'm like, "What? Oh yeah. Okay, cool.
At least you were able to reverse.
Yes.
You hadn't lost your spot
Yes.
in line.
Yes,
Head back around the block.
got
Didn't
a lot of
do the,
tacos. Got my parking spot. Made sure I was feeling all right. And then, yeah.
This seems like an indication that I should park for a minute.
I didn't know we were like going to be there for like 45 minutes. You
Yeah,
know?
just
And
chugging through, you
Hey, yeah,
sampling your
here's,
guys'
like,
blend, and then
huge,
fucking
awesome beers.
bouncing.
And you're like, all right, see you later. Like,
Yeah. God
okay,
damn.
see you later. Thanks, guys.
Well, fuck, man. We all have a glass of this in front of us, and it came out really nice.
Yeah,
dude.
It came out awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, they, Narrows is done. They've I think they're still kind of trying to figure out where their kind of mindset is at on the types of beers they want to produce. And Matt was always so great at really good dark beers, and
Absolutely.
it's cool to see one like this good come out of that brewery since he's left. So, and Zach's a great fucking beer.
It's great to see
maker,
the
man.
enthusiasm because, with Parker and Zach and Billy, they're all super enthusiastic about the beers and stuff.
For sure.
And check this one, how we did this and this and this. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that means, but that's delicious though.
What are these nerd words, guys? Parker went to UC Davis.
Yeah, which is awesome.
The dude is like a scientist for sure. And
Yeah.
when he came, he brought a lot of tools and a lot of analytical stuff and all sorts of. I mean, he brought a mini lab with him because that's what he studied when he was at UC Davis, and so him being able to apply that to a lot of the stuff that kind of Matt sort of planted in Zach before he took off, and I imagine when they really catch their traction, it's gonna be fucking strong, dude. So it's
Yes.
this is a good glimpse of what I hope the future is.
Which is awesome. But yeah, so we did the 3 blends and try the third one. It was just oh yeah, no
Money.
doubt. All 4 of us were like,
That's the one.
that's the one.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure. So,
Do you know what the percentages are? Do you have any
I think
idea
it's
what the ratios?
80-20, I think.
80
I think it's 80 new and I think 20, barrel aged.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Was it a long boil? Do you know?
Yeah, we were there.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
I
It
mean,
was a long
Yes, it
boil?
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it's pretty chewy, man.
Didn't quite make it to anywhere near the it would have been a long collaboration day, and that first day we got to go catch the beginning of it, but we were nowhere fucking near the end of that process.
Yeah.
Not even close.
True that.
Dude,
There was
Matt's-
hours left.
His big
and
stouts when he
hours.
was doing them, he was doing 6 and 8 hour boils and
Yeah.
but that's how you get these super chewy, crazy concentrated flavored stouts.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. The one that they did with Chuck's, the nuts and bolts was fucking so good. It was
Yeah.
towards the end, and it was hazel and hazelnut, and
They did a Browers one too, didn't they?
they did. Was it nuts and
that
bolts
Browers?
Browers? It might have been.
I don't know. It was really good though.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It was super.
But yeah, so it's this is you like the deja
Nuts
vu.
and
of,
mussels.
What Sean? What do you have, man?
In addition to Tubby Thumping, I've got Mr. Mike McCourt's Nectron Hazy IPA.
Yeah.
And
delicious.
Fucking
Tasting
delicious.
delish.
And a little E9 The Bear Robust Porter on Nitro.
Oh hell yeah.
I feel like we talk about Mike's beer almost every week, and because he's gracious enough to bring us some. But for anybody who doesn't know, we had a couple of the folks from Browns Point on. Mike is another one of the fucking home run hitters that is a part of that crew and makes wonderful beer and shares it with us. So thank you,
Amen.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because this is really good.
It is delicious. I said there's some stuff we got on draft that was not nearly as good as this.
Every time I go to one of their meetings, I'm like, God, man, I feel like I sell really good beer.
Yeah.
I'm lucky to be working for a distributor that has some of the best breweries in the Northwest. And every time I go to a Browns Point meeting, I'm like, God damn it, I could sell so much of this.
Why don't you guys
How much did you make?
Why don't you guys
5
start a
gallons?
brewery? Because the beer is absolutely delicious, and that's all of us being the part of the industry.
Because all of them want to maintain their actual love for it.
I know, true that. No, you're right. That's a good way to look.
Yeah.
You totally. Yeah.
What are you and Ron doing your dynamic duo shared drinking ship?
Chuckanut Kolsch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chuckanut's so good.
So it's probably the last beer that was brewed at Chuckanut in Bellingham, since that's all they brewed there for a while.
Yeah.
Kolsch.
Yeah, it's tasting tasty.
So good.
Yeah, this is delicious. I was I stopped. Local Boys was one of my last stops, and they had just had their anniversary. So he had a bunch of crazy leftover beers on, and he had draft Duchess and Abbott 12 and all this crazy shit. A bunch
All
of
those
the old-
Washington beers.
I know, right? I'm blowing up Bob's secret stash. He fucking
That's awesome.
only once a
That's
year
awesome.
he will throw that. He will throw non-Washington beer on, and it's like his secret stash for his
yeah.
anniversary. But it's fucking. It's like stuff you never see on draft, and it's getting a flight of like these super traditional Belgian beers that are also like 8 to 12%. He's just like,
Hell
this is
yeah.
amazing, but also I need a Kolsch now.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks, Ron. We were talking about beer news stuff, which we never really do. Is talk about just like what's going on in the beer world. It's usually just talking about whatever we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the story. Everybody saw the story about Wayfinder this morning. Kevin, who we've talked about a lot here, is bouncing and being replaced by a new head brewer, which I thought was like crazy news because there's multiple breweries that are opening up. RJ and I were just talking about one, and like all of these sort of like Wayfinder seed breweries are opening up, and it sounds like there's going to be one more coming, which is Kevin and who else?
It's Lisa,
Lisa.
right?
Is it Lisa?
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We heard about it. I mean, I don't know if that's confirmed.
But we don't
or
know
not,
like
but-
what the actual
Yeah.
project is yet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I was hoping one of you guys have heard.
Nope. I haven't heard.
Damn. RJ, do you know? Damn. They're keeping it so
They
secret.
both make wonderful beer, though. So.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's Natalie, right, from Breakside. She's there. Is that her name? The R&D brewer from Breakside is taking his job.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was Natalie.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I might be getting her name wrong. I would feel terrible. But she's like, she's been at Breakside for like 5 years and has like 11 GABF medals under her
Wow.
name. She's like an animal.
That's
So
awesome.
like, I feel like she's probably going to do a great
It's
job.
in good hands, So
Yeah, for sure. But that's crazy news, man. Like it's hard to even discuss Wayfinder without like
Yeah, Kevin
Kevin's
Davies
name
almost-
and like yeah.
because it's not just like his beer; it's like the culture and the concept,
Right.
and like
Right.
you go in, experience a Wayfinder. That was like kind of his vision.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Yeah.
but
I was just there like a month ago. We did like a whole we signed a few new suppliers from like South Washington and Oregon. We were like, hey, let's like do a whole sales trip. We're probably not going to do a whole holiday thing, so let's like go check out some of our breweries. And it's sales meetings, but it's also like you get to just chill out and like hang out at breweries and sample beer, and it's like still a lot of fun. But we started at like 9 a.m. We drove down, and our first brewery stop was at like 10:30, and we basically bounced to every single brewery that we worked with in like the Vancouver area and the Portland area the entire day. And like by the end of the day, you're just like, God damn it, I don't want any more beer. But then it's like 9:30, and you're like, you know what? Let's go to Wayfinder.
you see Jason, all those guys at and Shane at Level and stuff, or
Yep.
Cool, man.
Went and hung out with Level.
remember when we went down there to like you guys be the workers.
Yeah, totally. Went down to schmooze a little bit.
And we were like, it was like during COVID, I think, and we're just
Yeah.
like just 25%, finally like, people were getting to interact and stuff, and we were outside like hitting flies with those racket things, Remember that?
No, it was like a bug assault.
Oh yeah,
They had like a wasp's nest outside
Yeah.
in like their beer garden.
Yep.
And he's like, yeah, when we get bored, we come out here and we kill wasps with a bug assault. And I was like, well, I'm allergic to these, but also I want to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And then like a week later, he's like, yeah, okay,
Did that end
we'll
up
go with
being
you
a
guys.
beer?
Like,
No, but it totally should.
It should.
Yeah, before we signed Level, which is a brand that I love working with, and they're like one of the crazy popular breweries in Portland right now, and they have multiple locations, and their whole concept is so awesome. But yeah, Ben like randomly on a Monday dragged me down there to talk to those guys, so that I could try to ship it up here instead of
Yeah.
him having to drive down every
Yeah.
other week
Nice
to pick
job,
it up.
Ben.
yeah. I mean,
And it worked.
They get such cool, like, I mean, like they took over. It's like an old like farmers
Sold,
market.
Farmers market.
Yeah.
And so the greenhouse that used to be in the farmers
Yeah.
market where they would sell plants and flowers
Yeah.
at is their like outdoor area, which was
Yep.
perfect for COVID.
Yeah, like- yeah.
And then the actual market is their like it's a big long market like barn thing, but that's where they put the brewery in. And they're still doing shit there too.
Yep.
Like they are still like expanding stuff, and they have this huge plot of land. And they've been growing like crazy. What's funny is now that they're actually like kind of big. I mean, they were like still coming up quite a bit when you and I first went down there and we're like talking to them. But now that they're coming up a little bit, they're starting to get some cease and desist order,
I
Are
bet.
you serious?
which is like
From
the
all
joke
pop
for some-
culture.
I know.
That's how you know you made it.
I know. That's exactly right. We were joking with Shane about that because he's like, yeah, like, kind of means that we have to like give away a bunch of our merch, but also like,
Right.
Nintendo noticed us.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, you can't be too mad.
Well, we got a keg drop today that's treading on Disney ground.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Oh yeah,
Which one?
I am Gruit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Level still.
fucking love.
Their beer
One of the
names are
greatest
fucking
names ever. Like that's
So good.
and just to have a Gruit too.
Yeah.
It's pretty special. So
For sure.
I'm excited about that one. But yeah, that name is like they fucking nail it, and that one is like
I am
gold
Gruit.
star
That's
in
so
their
good.
own naming catalog.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Them and Vice with the beer names.
Dude, his
Oh,
stuff's
yeah.
out of control
Nonstop.
right now.
Yeah.
His stuff is absolutely out of control.
I mean, like
Shaquille
on
O'Neal.
the 6 kilo oatmeal, which I know has been done before, but they also canned it in like an old
Yeah, like
Magic jersey.
Magic jersey,
dude.
yeah.
So good. And then Slappers Only, No Odd Job,
Yep.
which is like the most specific. If you didn't grow up playing GoldenEye on Nintendo 64, and then also playing like Versus and only playing Slappers and not playing Odd Job because he was too short and you couldn't hit him,
Yeah.
like you wouldn't get it. But it's the most specific like 90s kid like derby reference, and it's so good.
I don't know your street talk.
That's fine.
What's a Nintendo?
So Ben, when you were racing bikes and being all skinny,
I'm not anymore, yeah.
did you ever think that you would be the beer world's favorite drinking buddy?
And I don't think I'm the favorite drinking.
You
buddy, am I?
are.
Yeah,
Everybody-
there's
Seconded.
been a
Seconded.
vote. We didn't let you vote because
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
'Cause
voted.
you're
we
so
knew how it was
humble.
going to. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I think it's all these other people.
You guys are awesome. Like obviously it's
See,
we're tight, but
that's
there's
exactly what we're fucking talking about.
Just take the damn compliment.
Yeah.
well, I appreciate
Yeah.
it. But yeah, I don't know. Like,
Everybody loves you.
Yeah, it's true. Like, and we've had the benefit of doing some awesome collaborations and having a great time because you lined them up.
Yeah.
well, it's I respect what you guys do, and it's I admire what you guys do. And it's like family, man. It's like family. So
It
Yes,
is like
Sean,
that.
I am
Well,
fucking
thanks.
awesome at
I mean,
being a nice guy, and
I think the
everyone
first one
does
we
love
did-
me, and everyone will collaborate
I
with
think,
me.
I think the
Thank
first
you. That was
one,
a great question.
I think the first one. That was like
Yeah. Speaking of cease
oh,
and
talking
desist.
about good shit right
We got
there.
one for
I
that
know
one.
they called you right.
Yeah, South
Wait,
by
what?
South.
You guys-
South by Southwest
Oh my
did
God,
not
that's
like our
right.
name.
I forgot about that.
That whole
about
trip
that.
was
Yeah.
just insane. Like
Boy, howdy was it.
That was
Fat
the first
Dave's.
one you guys
Fat
did.
Dave's.
Fat
Fat Dave's.
Fat
My
fucking
God, yes.
Dave's.
Yeah. And then we went out
God.
drinking.
Yeah, oh man.
Yeah.
Sean
Okay,
never
Ron.
came home. We got like Airbnb, and Sean just poof,
Oh yeah, that's a story.
dude. Like I remember like me being the youngest. I'm like I was the first one out, which is crazy. Should we start at the beginning?
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
You were
Do it.
sleeping on the floor, and
Yeah,
Sean,
yeah.
Sean was outside in a lawn chair.
Yeah, it's 6 in the morning.
Funny thing is, I got there like 20 minutes before
I
that.
know. We saw you running around. You couldn't figure out how to open the door. Apparently, I was like, "What is he doing?" Like,
Well, no, I was
You know what, I'll
peeking
take
in
a
the
nap.
door as like everyone's asleep. I was like, fuck, like I'm not gonna wake everyone up. I'll just sit out here and
in the lawn chair, the front yard.
tip my hat over my eyes. I was like, oh wait, I don't have my hat.
One of those days.
That is the story.
That was just like, yeah, what a cool, fun little trip. That was awesome. I mean, like, brew the beer, and they're like, yeah, let's go to Fat Dave's. We're like, what? Like, you can't drink there. It's like a greasy spoon place.
There's
you
no
know?
door handle.
No, like he's like, check this out. I remember Matt was like, check this out. I was like, what? Like, I thought like we're like in the 70s, you know? It's like,
Oh, it was
Fucking
incredible.
secret door.
and then all these retired folks were like, oh shit house, and we're like, what is going on here? This is awesome. Like,
No windows, right? So you
Yep.
open the door,
Yep.
and all the old people hiss like vampires.
Yep.
Like, yeah, right? And then what? We drank them out of MGD first.
what was her lady's name? It was like that was a thing. Like so Matt was like at Breast Cascade was like, after every collab we go there and we do a shot of Maker's
It was
Mark
Makers
and MGD.
and MGD.
And Trudy, she was like 7 years old. She's been there forever. And she was pouring us like quad shots. I was like, what the fuck? Like, we are not going anywhere for a while, like a minute. That was, yeah.
We drank them out of 2 beers that night. We drank them out of MGD.
Oh, really?
And then I think we killed all the Rainier next. And
Yeah.
I think that it was on the Pabst. And one of my favorite parts, I remember going out for a smoke. And in order to access the bar directly, it was a stainless steel door without a handle on it. So the way you opened it was the top part of the door that sat against the frame was bent out, so you get your hand hold in there. And I remember it wasn't raining hard, but it was slightly sprinkling. And I go out to smoke, and there's this little 5'4" granny
walker?
sitting
The
out
walker
there,
to get
just
in?
waiting. So I open the door, and she's like, "Fucking finally!" Sitting out there. In the
She had a
rain.
walker.
Yeah, she had a walker.
She had a freaking walker.
Sitting out there in the rain, waiting for someone to come out.
To come open the door.
The greatest freaking.
So
I
cool.
love that place so much.
Yeah.
I heard they were gonna sell it, and then like I guess the owners were like in San Diego, and they're like, "No, dude!" Like they ran into somebody like this couple that was like used to live in Vancouver. They're like, "No, don't sell that! Like we
Yeah.
love that place."
Yeah.
You're like,
We
"Wow,
had
right?"
Thank
fun
God.
drinking buddies too.
God, it was yeah.
Mike from Green's Wrath. And
Yeah,
Dude, that's
Yeah.
Mike's favorite fucking spot. Man.
Yeah.
Like,
Is it? Oh, Fat
it's his
Dave's.
favorite
We
spot.
do a trifecta. You like Super Taco Express, and then you go to Broward Cascadia, and then you
Yep.
get Fat Dave's.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
And
I mean, he
Sleep
The
Well,
whole
what-
evening right there.
Sleep
dude.
Well,
he
bushes,
was
you know,
at Fathead, so
Sleep
it
in
makes
the
sense.
bushes.
Yeah, yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was such a crazy time.
Man, we ended up not going. We were talking about like where to try to end up because we met up with Mike and them in Portland at their Portland location, and then we like randomly were just talking about like where do you end up after a whole night, and Fat Dave's was for sure on the list, and then we talked about Donnie Vegas in Portland. And then there was like one other one I wish I could remember. But yeah, Mike's like eyes lit up when we mentioned Fat Dave's.
No, it was fun. Yeah, Mike was there, and then Zane was there, originally from
Zane,
Trapdoor,
yeah.
and obviously Sherman, and who's the other guy? I'm trying to space in on.
Other Matt
Matt.
Matt Brewer came over.
Yeah, Matt
Yeah.
Brewer, yeah.
Yeah, that was
great.
fun.
I put on like a ton
Whole
of
night
pennies,
was
tune
great.
on all
Yeah.
the old folks. Like, put new music on. I'm like, wow, all right, okay. You know, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, then we went down to Portland and like, actually like,
Was that our first steeplejack visit? We didn't go there.
Nope.
Okay. That was the second time.
we went to
right?
Wayfinder.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Where was the last bar that was by our?
I think I would. I think I like it was like 10:30. I'm like, I'm tired, guys. I'm gonna go to sleep. I was the first one to like
Yeah, 'cause-
clock out.
Yeah, you did punch out.
Yeah.
Ron and I went down.
What was that place?
I want to say it had like a New York name to it. Any.
Yeah.
I remember it was a nice like horseshoe style bar. Yeah, we went down and then did we walk back and then I went back or
Yes.
did you just leave?
But I remember
me?
asking Ron, I was like, "Where's Sean?" He's like, "Oh, dude, Sean's a machine." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
No, you actually stayed. I went back
Okay.
by myself. Yeah.
I got in a little bit of trouble.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
I heard about it like a couple years later. I was like, "Yeah, I heard like Sean got like some guy made him mad," and like,
Yeah, well, we were sitting there.
You see, there was this big Russian guy.
it always starts with that.
No, he was an interesting fella, and we sat next to the bar, and we're having decent conversation. And then he had a buddy come over, and that guy was a little bit bigger. And then some of the things just were that he said were really, I don't know.
Offensive.
Yeah, and it was getting late. It was bar closing time, and I was feeling a little Johnny Justice coursing through my blood. And I mean, he said some fucking horrible things. I was like, man, it's like, I don't know. So pretty much, I followed him outside, and we were going to talk about things. And we started talking, and things are going well. And then I think his buddy probably freaking, I don't know, like things were going great for me. And then all of a sudden I woke up and it was,
No.
yeah, oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. I woke up in like the grass off on the side and they'd taken all the money out of my wallet, which is fine.
Holy fuck.
I did not hear about
My
this.
phone was
neither.
my phone was over in the grass and motherfucking stole my hat. Stole my goddamn fucking hat.
That's why you didn't have your hat?
So it's like the sun's starting to come up now. They took my fucking hoodie too.
That's rude.
And
Assholes.
Why also try to give you pneumonia?
It was starting to get cold, so
Yeah.
like I'm a little disoriented, so I'm stumbling around Portland, trying to remember where the hell our bed and breakfast is. And there was a couple nice people that were like are you okay? Like, fuck it, I'm fine. I got. I can't believe I actually found where we were staying. That is a Christmas goddamn miracle. Yeah. Just wandering into these residential areas totally. And like, holy shit, there it is.
It's like on a Wednesday night, dude. Like the craziest Wednesday night ever.
Yep. And then I remember like going, I was like,
it's like
going to the door and like,
holy
there's
shit.
people asleep on the couch and like, I'm looking at where the position of the sun is. It's like, what's the fucking point? So yeah, I think I just rested my eyes on the
like 20 minutes later, we ended up leaving anyways, you know? Like he was like
packed my shit up, Ron threw me in the passenger seat, and then I woke up in Tumwater for gas. And I woke up when we got to Peaks. Yeah. Jesus. Not the best road buddy on that one. I'm sure I snored a shit ton too.
Through your busted septum.
Oh, the back of the head hurt a lot. That was the thing. I was like, oh, I could feel like someone fucking, someone came up behind me. And,
rude.
Yeah.
Next time we're going out, I'm going to be out there with you, so that doesn't happen. So
it was like 6 hours after you went to bed. I don't think that's the distance you have to make up is.
I'm gonna slam a bunch of I'm gonna drink a bunch of coffee or
okay.
I'll have some caffeine going through my veins.
Okay,
don't worry.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
So Ben, how did you get into beer?
That's a good
smooth transition.
Good question.
That was great.
Well, actually, I was living in Vancouver, and it's like my brother and sister-in-law were starting this business with my brother had a coworker because he's an air traffic controller. He said, "Hey, we should do beer," and like, we love beer. So I got my BA down at Washington State in Vancouver. It's like, I'm gonna get a big boy job, and I was like, God, beer's kind of cool too. And he's like, you want to help me open the shop? I was like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. So kind of what's going on. So that's came up here and, kind of how it started. So,
man. Yeah.
First year was a little wild. So then the business partner left. So it was not his jam. So, it's been chasing beer ever since.
The difference between like, hey, I love beer, and then also like, I own a beer business gets real big real quick. Like,
well, I don't own it, but I'm just the guy that's always there. I always say, people always ask, I'm like, you the owner? I'm like, no, I'm just the dude that's always there. So, like,
you're definitely the face.
I don't know. Like, we have also, a few other guys there, like Mike's there. He's awesome.
Yeah.
And like, that dude's
Mike's
a fucking
awesome.
stud.
Yeah.
So, and he does the best bingo ever. So, like, we do bingo nights every Tuesday, and that guy is just, he just, he interacts with everybody. He's awesome.
Giving away meat.
Huh?
Giving away meat.
Yeah, when Mike's meat, like.
You guys' bingo is fucking legendary.
Yeah.
God. That guy's insane.
Here's a whole brisket from Stewart's. Like, you can win this at bingo.
Well, I think it's like we always when we want to find, like, it's like make it worth your while, we're not just gonna we're not just gonna do like $5 gift cards, It's like, God, if I want to come out there, what's gonna be cool? Like,
yeah, totally.
Fucking steak or like, like
yeah,
Canada Bravo or something like that, or like that's what we did yesterday. Or,
I love that.
Some cool stuff.
How did you choose your opening tap list?
I think this is before because I didn't know. I was obviously still learning, but I think the reps kind of helped us a little bit.
Okay.
Jeff Lee was kind of in that mix originally too, so I think he was at.
Was he
Alpha?
Alpha?
Yeah. He went to Marine View.
Yeah.
So he's part of that.
Lots of good toys.
Yeah, he was helping out a little bit. And
enter Justin Burnick.
Burn Dick. Oh, yeah, dude. that guy's God, yeah, he's still stuck in Ohio now, I think, isn't he? So
I think he's killing it over there, dude.
Oh, I bet. Somebody that's like used to this industry here, which is like super competitive with awesome beer, and you go to plop in Ohio.
Yeah, Bruce Lee in a karate school.
Yeah, seriously, a really big Bruce Lee.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When I started at Columbia, man.
Yeah.
When I first took over Amber's route on the east side over there, and then it kind of got transferred to like a specialty route, and then I inherited you guys and. Even everybody at Columbia was like, yeah, you could try to go into sell Rainier Growlers, but like Justin Burnick kind of owns that place. So like, and it was just because like Click had such good beer for so long. And there, you know what I mean? Like it was early on, it was them and Alpha. Like if you wanted to carry the stuff that nobody else was really getting, that's kind of who you worked with. And So like all the brewery stuff and Freem initially and like all these crazy brands now that you think of were all through these like very small distributors like Justin's.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I'd go in there and 20 of the taps would be Click beer.
Well, you might, I don't know, like, he did that, I think one time for his birthday. It was his idea. He wanted to do a tap takeover.
Oh, your sales
Justin's
guy?
birthday tap takeover.
I remember that.
I got there late. I remember showing up, and he was outside, and this guy was, I mean, him and Will and all the whole crew were.
Totally.
We went in there, and and first thing Justin grabs is a pint of Tweak, and he's chugging a pint of Tweak. I'm like, oh man, this is not going to
A
be
14% coffee
Not
stout.
good at all.
This is going to be the best day ever.
Yeah.
man.
I was like,
That's
oh,
how I'd
man.
look at that. Like,
He's a big
yep.
boy, but man, that's a big ass beer.
Yeah.
What a great hustle.
Right?
Hey, it's my birthday. Let me have all the beer handles on
Dude,
tap.
he fucking did it too.
Shit house.
I talked to Eric like 2 weeks later, who's like, man, we're never doing that again.
Yeah.
I was like, shoot, because my birthday's in 2 months, so.
I want to get fucked up. Like,
We're going to take a quick break, but I want to talk about your guys' collab number 2, which was Hair of the Dog, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, stick around for a minute. We'll be right back, and we're going to talk about that. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. We're going to do 2 shout-outs today. I know Channel 253 talked a bit during the break about supporting those guys, but a quick shout-out to Doug separately because he's awesome, and we love him. Yay, Doug.
Woo. I love you, Doug.
And then separately, if you guys aren't aware or don't follow, we're less than a month away from one of the coolest beer events in the Northwest, Drunk Herstory, which is an awesome event put on every year by some of the women in the industry locally. And it's kind of what it sounds like. It's very much drunk history, but specifically talking about a lot of the prominent women both in and out of the industry who've impacted the world in all kinds of ways. It's awesome. They do it every year to raise money for Planned Parenthood. In the 4 years they've done it, they've raised something like $30,000. It's an awesome fucking event. It is sold out already, so you should get your tickets early when it does come around. However, if you guys can, please do donate. It's March 9th. The donations are open. You can donate directly through Venmo at Drunk Herstory SEA, so Drunk Her Story SEA on Venmo to donate directly to their cause, both to the event organization and to Planned Parenthood. It's an awesome organization, awesome event, and it's super fun. And if you guys have never been, grab your tickets early when they come around next year because it's a blast. So yeah, shout outs to Drunk Herstory. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. We just poured barley wine, right? Ben, what are we drinking?
the 19?
Is it 2019?
Barrel Age Massive.
Oh man.
Keep it light.
Yeah. Keep it light. Dude, this beer is fucking incredible.
Yeah, it's delicious.
I feel like these guys and Pelican don't often get the love that they deserve.
Oh, no doubt.
When it comes to like barrel aged barley wine.
Mother.
Dude, Mother of All Storms is fucking all time. And like, yeah, I don't know. It comes up sometimes, but like when you talk about like really great barley wines, the fact that these two often get left out of that conversation is bananas to me. And even just drinking this one right now, I'm like, holy shit.
I did bring it up to Ben like a little while ago. I was like, you should do a collab with Pelican. You know, massive Mother All Storms. I mean, a blend of Barrel Aged Massive and Mother.
That'd be
A massive mother.
Massive mother.
Yeah, Massive Mother.
Let's cut out the storm part.
Massive Mother.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
man.
Yeah,
No, this
that's-
beer's fucking awesome.
Good job.
yeah.
Yes, Ron and I were already commit to go down for that. We'd love to go collaborate on that one.
Sean will start training now for his next fight with some bigoted dude he meets at the bar
We're
at
gonna
2
get you
a.m.
like boxing lessons or something. So
No, I was doing great. Seriously. Things were going really fucking well for me until they weren't. Seriously, yeah, it was.
Shout outs to you, Sean, for standing up to that shit
Yes,
no matter where you're at, man. You're a
absolutely.
fucking real one, dude.
mad respect.
Wasn't standing for very long.
Yeah, all the courage of the day we had and whatever time in the morning.
That's all right, man. The day you had didn't get deep enough to affect your morals at all, and that's what's up. So good job.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
See, that's how you do that.
Thanks, Sean. This guy.
This
guy. So speaking of more collabs, can we talk about Hair of the Dog?
What about it? Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So you guys, after your cease and desist and Sean getting knocked out after your first collab, you guys went back down to do something with Hair of the Dog.
Yes.
Yeah. So I tried this fucking beer that you guys made, and it's like one of the craziest beers that I've ever had.
What's Alan?
Like it's
Alan.
it's Alan.
Alan in a nutshell.
It was to me it was like, oh, this is every beer this dude has ever made in one glass.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy.
Yeah.
What Alan didn't see was the fact that Kenny threw extra hops in behind his back.
I did not see that.
I got it on film.
I can believe it.
Yeah. He threw a couple handfuls in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Way to just snitch on him like that, Ron.
I'm sorry.
I didn't know that until now.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
I don't think it was, because it was pretty much made Green Dot and then made Adam.
That was
And
Fred.
that
It
was-
was Fred, wasn't it? Was it Fred?
Fred or Adam?
It was
One of the
a
two.
hoppy strong.
Hoppy, Belgian, strong.
With
It's like
a bunch
these
of
two
candied,
beers and
Belgian
then
candied sugar
they
to
come
it.
Yeah.
together.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. ABV was like super bumped up on it.
It was awesome with Alan because you just like, we're making this. I'm like, okay,
Sick? he's,
cool. So he's
like, I'm
like in the brew house in sandals, you know.
he's like, I'm out of here in 2 fucking weeks, guys.
He's like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't give a shit. Like, all right, boss.
Yeah, we
right,
did
cool,
all the
man.
work.
Good.
Yeah.
Fucking should.
That's so
It's
cool.
fun.
He was
It
still
was
down to
so
do that.
fun.
It's so cool because, like I said, such a precedence for how he's made beer and you know how he presents beer.
Yeah.
You know that he kind of set that kind of that template. You know, like on premise stuff. You know, he's like the first one to really do that. Like this beer is sought after, so I want you guys to enjoy it here. So you don't people that shouldn't have it.
Totally.
Take advantage of other people and want to get it. So. And I'll just create. I mean, I remember had the first time I met Matt, and just like that was the first beer I ever had. I told Alan this too. Like first beer I ever had, like blew me out of my chair. I was just like, "What is this?"
Dude, that beer, like,
Unbelievable. Yeah. Like unbelievable.
I had it the first time I visited Hair of Dog, and I wasn't even familiar with it prior to that.
Yeah.
I was probably still at Bevmo when I first went down there. But we had friends visit from Vancouver, took them down to Portland to visit for the day. First stop was Hair of the Dog, and Matt was on. And it's a pricey bottle, or it certainly was back then.
Yeah.
This was probably like 2014. But yeah, it's like same thing. Like wasn't familiar, tried this beer, could not fucking believe what I was drinking. Like it was incredible. And I'd had Adam, I'd had Fred, I'd had a couple others. And it was, I mean, it's just like unbelievable.
Yeah, first time I introduced to him, I remember like we went down there with a couple of guys for Brewmasters, just to check out Hair of the Dog, and I was like super like nervous to go talk to Alan, and like he was actually doing I think on a polo collabs. He was trying to work on some stuff. He was like fucking with like cotton candy, I was like,
Yeah.
I don't want to talk. He's like, dude, he's not that busy. Lily, he's just like right there messing with cotton candy. Go say hi. And he ended up being like one of the most down to earth nice dudes ever, which is
Yeah.
crazy, So
Yeah, considering like the legend that he seriously is.
He
in this
just doesn't.
industry.
He's just so approachable.
I'm really gonna miss Fred Fest. Those were
yeah.
fun.
Absolutely.
I went to several.
Absolutely.
I never did that.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I just like it's just the vibe there too, just like you felt at home. Like it was no like just
We were brewing
Such
with his
a-
son.
yeah. Isaac, yeah.
That was freaking special.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Isaac was about to leave the nest, and
Yep.
it seemed like that was at least a factor of, the decision to call it quits.
He always come back though,
Bottleworks,
Resurrected.
Bottleworks was with us too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brandon was there, and
Brandon and Chanel.
yep, and then obviously Kenny was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Man.
that was
Fun.
It was rad.
Yep.
And the things he drug out of the cellar.
Oh my!
I know. which
He's
I keep hearing about that.
Well, we were the first time we were there with
God damn.
Patrick from. I was there with Kenny, and it was we went and stopped by Ecliptic. So is it Patrick? Like one of the OG guys are at Ecliptic. He knows Alan too. They call him the Godfather.
Sure.
So, but yeah, like we brought some cool beer there. Like almost like Zenas and stuff like that.
Damn.
And, like you brought a Deal of Devil.
Yeah.
And like Alan's like, I'll be right back. Like, no, don't say that. He comes out with this like 25-year-old Cantillon, like
Jesus Christ.
covered in dust.
Like 90 fucking 6 or
It was
90,
insane.
Like,
It was insane, and we were just like, "What, dude? Seriously?" And then it wasn't even chilled, and it was like insanely good. And we're just like, "All right, whatever."
Just shit on everybody.
Guys at a
real
nerd
quick.
level, you know, like.
Yep.
I was right.
Fucking rad.
Too loud.
And then we went out drinking.
Yes, we did.
I guess we did, yeah.
There's business drinking and then there's drinking.
Right. Found a couple cool spots.
Yeah, we did.
We got to hang out with Kenny and his brother.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That what was that spot that I still every time I'm down there I'm like I'm gonna check out that
That with the giant
yeah,
backyard.
it was amazing.
Yeah, that was cool.
So rad. Like I don't know what's
I wanna know
called.
too.
I wish
None
we
of you
could-
guys
I
remember?
wouldn't- No.
There was a beer and hot sauce store
That was the original.
right down the block.
It was the old Tin Bucket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're getting to a neighborhood.
So,
The French
Yeah.
Bakery.
yeah.
Morning.
That shit was
Holy
insane,
Jesus
man.
God.
Yeah, that shit was amazing.
Yeah.
This is why Portland is awesome.
Yeah.
I never appreciated when I lived down there, and then moving up here, then I come down. I'm like, God, why did I not like ever like, man, like missing out? You know?
I like that every time you go out and do something in Portland, especially after you've been drinking, it's just like a fun mystery that's in your brain that you can't really recall 100%,
Yeah.
but you know you had an awesome time.
Yeah. It's just.
And then when you try and go find whatever that place is again, it's like looking for Narnia.
Yep. Now I just try to like remember. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take a picture of this. So I know, I don't forget. You know. So yeah, it's insane. Eclectic. Just like
Yeah.
awesome.
And then, so you guys fucked around in Portland, and then
Yep.
you went and fucked around up in Alaska together.
Well,
Kind of.
I made it. So,
You made it.
yeah, we didn't.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
it was
nope.
just kind of like it's kind of like how like the name of that beer kind of.
Came about.
Yeah. So we all flew up to Alaska, like a bunch of us, and then like you guys had prior like
Right.
stuff.
Sean and I were supposed to be there.
No doubt, but you had stuff that came up, which you know,
Yeah.
and then I think Jeff, like it was like bad luck. Like Jason landed, and then it's like something came up with his family, like a
Yep.
huge emergency. Like, all right, got to fly back.
Yep.
And then Jeff's dad, like you know,
And then AJ from Cascade.
the AJ couldn't make it either.
couldn't
Yeah,
make it.
so it was just
Andy's,
we get,
yep.
they ran this like awesome house like right
Yeah.
outside Anchorage. And it was just me, John from Full Throttle,
Yeah.
and Andy. It was and it's like giant house, like all these severed heads up on the fucking wall. And we're like, wow, this is like pretty cool, you know?
Damn.
Yeah, so we were like at you know like
Sounds cursed.
yeah, like I was like I said, we should name it the Curse, you know? Like and this was before COVID too. This was like 6 weeks.
Oh,
before
I know.
COVID.
Yeah, you guys all.
Even though it was
cursed
sitting on the
us.
bottle, I was like, wait a minute, we named this before COVID even like I was like, this is such a bad even the barrels, they're like sending the barrels from France and they got stuck in customs. I'm like,
Whoa.
it's leaving the country. Like why would it be yeah, I get if you're trying to get, you know,
Yeah.
like this is the curse. Like it's a curse beer. Like so then COVID hit. I'm like, oh great, cool. You know? Thanks.
Wow, look
you
what we
know?
did.
But yeah, we were up there and like they said we went this like that was another crazy fun adventure, you know.
The joke that became that, like, you know, COVID will be over when you guys go and put that thing into bottles.
Yeah.
But then it was like, all right, maybe you should just never touch it. Like, you know, the Jumanji drums will start fucking playing when you pull the barrel off the rack and shit. And then I shit you not, the first vaccine rollout happened like less than 2 weeks after you guys.
We want to do
went
another one
back.
called The Cure.
Yeah.
But it has to be like purple and black and have like the outline of like the lead singer's hair, you know, like
Oh,
The
yeah.
Cure. You know? Like, whoa, dude, like freaking
You
awesome.
like our cease and desist?
Yeah, exactly.
They are delicious.
Yeah.
Yep.
As long as you make it before they ask you to cease and desist, you're like, oh, sorry, I didn't know.
Yeah. It's already sold, so I won't do it again.
Yeah, we'll do
I
it so
guess.
fun to it again. My bad. On the next one, you know. No, Alaska. So I told them I was like, next time you do a collab, we're gonna go somewhere south because it's cold and shit up there. You know? I was born in Anchorage, and I fucking hate the cold, man. It's so cold up there.
I feel like if I ever actually make it to that Barley Wine Fest when it rolls again, like that's just the last thing that happens to me.
Yeah.
I think I'm serious. I think I just get to that point of being drunk and just
I think so. Like,
wander off
are you
into
gonna
the
be like-
snow and
are-
start stripping naked and just become one with nature.
so you're gonna be on Discovery Channel in like 5,000
5,000 years, yeah, yeah.
He's gonna be like barley wine in his hands, like
Oh yeah, because I'm gonna die with beer in
With
my
this
hand.
dead guy hat.
No. The glass will be empty. Yes. Reserved in it.
Sean will be evidence.
Dogfish Head 27.0 will be able to scrape the remnants and recreate barley wine.
Or a
Circa
Jackson Yeti.
Yeah.
I like,
Parkway would still be around, be 5,000 years old.
yeah, totally. They'll recover the hat and it's in like a shadow box on the wall.
We'll sell our rights to the freaking, what's the hollow room, the hollow deck on Star Trek? Like, oh yeah, I'm at the Parkway Tavern. Like every time you download it, fucking cha-ching.
Bring this thing called beer.
So, Ben, how'd you get in beer?
Jesus.
I don't know. Did you guys ask me that already or no?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ron's
yeah.
being a dipshit.
Oh, man.
Thanks for bringing barley wine back.
Yeah, thanks.
Huh? Oh, sorry. You know what? That's our MO.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's kind of parts of your fault. Too, so.
What's the best thing about South Hill?
God, dude.
Besides Rainier Growlers.
That's what's kind of frustrating about that whole area, man. We got traffic. That's the most thing we're known for. You know?
Yeah.
Fucking word. That is kind of a
No
bummer.
doubt, man. Like, and I've told multiple places, yeah, like I don't know. It's not like, I don't know. Like we try to do our thing. We have, it's not like Tacoma, really. It's like a city, you know. It's just you have this like clusterfuck of people trying to get where they need to go, and you have all this other way too many businesses than you need in like a two-way street, you know, or you know, two ways going each way. You know, it's
It's like every place exists.
you
to
got
stop on
dive
the way
bars,
home.
and you got dive bars and like like chain restaurants and
Any good breakfast?
yeah, there's a couple cool places. I've told a couple other guys that have like other ideas, like, hey man, you should do this or do. People deserve something better up there. You know what I mean? Like we do our thing, which is awesome.
Yeah,
We have
it's
a
awesome.
community there, but you know, like I think it deserves more like diversity and more like originality, and you know, that's not like an Applebee's or like a Red Robin. Like there's people there that I think they're culture enough. They deserve something better. You know, it's like they don't have that like you have in Tacoma or Seattle. You know, so. But
It's like a trip, the community that you guys have managed to build out there revolving around craft beer.
it's kind of like, it's kind of random because we don't have like we're not like really into we say Puyallup, but we're kind of like South Hill, but it's not really an incorporated. You know,
Yeah.
we're kind of like you're on your way to going somewhere else. You know.
But you're the spot.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're kind of lucky because it's. I mean, as much as I love beer because I love
Yes, we
beer,
are.
I think it's the people the most important part for sure. You know, so
Dude, those guys support the shit out of you.
they're hardcore.
On behalf
as
of
fuck,
my
you know?
client, yes, we are.
They're hardcore as fuck. They'll drink big ass barley wines and they'll do like a fucking Colt 45 or Mickey's. You know,
They also like
brass.
meat. They like meat up there too.
Yeah, we love.
You sell
we
a
love,
ton of meat.
We love Shrams.
Fuck yeah.
So
We've done a lot
and
of...
Art of Them's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, those guys up in Bellingham make some wonderful stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think it's also too because we love it. So like a lot of times I'm just like, all right, I'll pay for this bottle. Let's share this with everybody. And then people are like, oh, what's that? You know, like I think
Yeah.
it changes their. Most time I think people try mead. It's not
Right.
of a quality where they're like they want to drink it again.
That kind of puts you in a cool position, though, since like it's a community that you're kind of building from the ground up in an area that you say is like mostly just not incorporated, really get one place to the other. But there are people out there who want to like be a part of a thing, and like craft beer is a thing that you can really be a part of and like enjoy it in a lot of different ways. And so when you're building a community from the ground up, you can kind of be the person who's like, hey, I know you probably aren't super used to this, but I promise it's awesome. And if you try it or just trust me on this, you'll dig it. And I feel like that's where you guys get, I mean, like you and I have done crazy events there around stuff that people probably would not try if it wasn't for you being like, hey, you guys should all try this. Like when we did the Scottish Heather release from Moonlight.
That was cool,
That
man.
was like this insane, like for anybody who's listening and they're, if you don't follow mead stuff a whole lot, but Moonlight, really phenomenal meadery out of New Hampshire. So there's Sam Adams Utopias, which is a very popular, like, very, very crazy aged beer, usually like 25 to 30%, crazy fortified. But those barrels, when they're done, can be used for other things. So Moonlight aged one of their meads for 6 years in a Sam Adams Utopias barrel. And then we brought it to Rainier Growlers and did an event around it. And it was a very expensive keg and a very expensive pour of mead. But you still had people lining up that were like, I've never heard of this, I've never tried it, but Ben said it was going to be awesome, so here I am. And I was like, this is fucking awesome, and I wish more people in this industry or in this community would like be open like that. Because everybody sat there and had this like really cool experience that they might not have had if it wasn't for you kind of being able to work around the preconceived notions. It was fucking sweet.
No, I think it's like just taking a chance, and like you guys also too, being on the distributor side. I think, Matt, I don't think you get enough like give yourself enough credit for going on a limb and like really trying to get the stuff that's normally wouldn't come in this area, and then said, "Hey, you want to buy this crazy ass thing?" Like, sure, let's do it.
Thanks, dude.
So, and also too, though, like I said, like, I think we're fortunate, because you have, like my bosses are my sister, my sister-in-law, and my brother, and they're always super understanding and like, "Hey, yeah,
And they trust you.
Holy moly, it's that much? Okay, cool." You're like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I said they're always like hands off and just like
Give you room to fuck up.
Oh, totally.
Speaking of which,
Huh?
Yeah.
we have a few minutes left. Do you have any fuck up stories?
Oh, dude, so many. I think of one in particular, though. I don't know.
Doesn't have to be work related.
I think it's just like always I think I pick up way... you get so excited about beer, you buy way more than you need.
What?
Oh, how many times have you... Like, I don't know if you ever heard of this program, but like, you open the cooler and after a delivery day, and you're like, how the fuck am I going to get through here? Like, because I'm going to literally have to climb over all these kegs,
Yeah.
Every Wednesday.
Every fucking week.
So like I
I'm
said,
glad that buying $1,000 6-barrel of mead wasn't the fuck up story.
So I think we're like, we love the community and the beer first, and I think the business part is obviously important, but I think we kind of forget something. I'm like, oh shit, like I should probably not,
So can we backtrack a second?
keg surf here,
Yeah.
$1,000 6-barrel.
Yeah, that Scottish heather
What
mead
did
was...
that get poured out at?
Dude.
Ounces
5 ounces.
for
$22 a 5 ounce, I think. Yeah. And that was actually a lower margin.
that was a lower margin
than our normal. Like,
yeah.
I mean, our margin like in a pale ale or an IPA was higher.
no,
margin.
I
than
got that math.
Yeah, yeah.
Sean's like, oh, you broke even on that.
Yeah. Here to party. You're trying to lose money, ain't trying to make money.
Most generous guy in craft beer.
That's
I don't
fucking
know,
true.
but like I
Amen.
said, like I think like you realize with that stuff, it's like you make really cool memories with that. You're doing some one of a kind.
Here, here.
Yeah.
You're here.
So like, people never forget that, and that's why they're kind of tied to that place. So it's like it's their place. So we're kind of the caretakers.
Fucking word.
Here's my
man.
impression of Ben if he was a preacher. Be like, Ben, you're such a great dude, such a great job leading the congregation. Be like, well, but if it wasn't for the devil, I really wouldn't have so much to talk about. So I'd really like to thank him for all the work that he's done.
Yep. You're my bro. You're my bro.
Like,
Fist pump.
Hey, can't do Christ without the devil.
Yeah. Yin and yang, bro. Yin and yang.
This is why none of us deserve
Balance in
that.
life.
All right, Grit and Grainers. Email us at cheers@gritandgrainpodcast.com with your comments, opinions, and list of beers to drink on this President's Weekend, such as Wooden Teeth 2 Brown Ale, John Wilkes Booth, Block of the Head, and Old Biden's Air Stare Stumble Snicker Stout. We read and drink everything we receive and try to respond as quickly as we can, if not online, then on air. So much barley wine. You can subscribe to Grit and Grain on Amazon, Apple Music, Spotify, Google Play, iHeartRadio, and Stitcher, and please leave us a review. Also, check us out on Channel 253 and gritandgrainpodcast.com. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter for episode notes, beer news, and our Rainier Growlers visit recaps, where we sit at the bar and straighten our spines and close our eyes and relax our neck muscles and stretch out our fingers and begin to center ourselves and breathe like we want to seduce our lungs. Then open our eyes and look. No, really look. What's around us and see manager Ben Chase nodding repeatedly with pleasure as he pours anything boneyard. And really see the sperm dancing towards Rihanna on Ben's 600-inch TV.
Fucking what?
And check out his spiffy new bottle and can coolers, and win a chuck eye roast during bingo, and enjoy a Three Floyds Dark Lord that he pulled from his car's glove box, and billions of spoken fuck yes screaming around our head like naked dancing fireflies, making us giddy and dizzy and drunk on the sultry karmic possibility that he might change the name to Rainier Growlers. Or Benny South Hill Show. If this podcast is not what you expected, please alter your expectations. Now that Tacoma has a slower speed limit, MSN Deli might have to change its street sign because people now have time to read the sign, which says, Noog, Root, 11:30, Ook, Brad Pitt, Milan. No such thing as a bad time to visit Tacoma. No such thing as too much barley wine. Tune in next Friday for more sweet chatter. Cheers.
Holy
Cheers.
moly.
Thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us at Grit and Grain Podcast wherever you get your social media and catch new episodes every Friday. Cheers.
Good up.
This is Channel 253.